Welcome back. Well, Thanksgiving is just a few days away, but how can you prevent foodborne illness? Well, joining us virtually, we have Meredith from the USDA. Good afternoon, Meredith. How are you doing today?
I am great. How are you?
I am doing well. So you have some tips for our viewers to kind of prevent that foodborne illness when all of that food is laid out on Thanksgiving.
Yes, we do. So first things first, we have our 4 recommended steps for food safety that we recommend for everyone to follow, not just for Thanksgiving, but all year round. Those are clean, separate, cook, and chill. Some good, easy food safety steps that'll help prevent foodborne illness, and we can go through them. But yeah, clean is starting with clean hands, utensils, surfaces, all that good stuff. Separate, keeping your raw turkey, your raw meat and poultry products away from anything that's cooked or ready to eat or not going to be cooked later. Separate, or cook is for using a food thermometer to check the safe internal temperature of your meat and poultry products, and then chill is making sure your products are staying at a safe temperature all throughout the cooking process, and then especially after with your leftovers.
I was going to say, because usually those leftovers are kind of left out for a little bit. People maybe go back for seconds, maybe thirds. So what's kind of the rule of thumb when it comes to those leftovers?
The general rule of thumb is going to be a 2-hour rule. So you don't want those to sit out for more than 2 hours. The reason for that is foodborne illness causing bacteria can grow and multiply the longer that it's out. And 2 hours is kind of that sweet spot to where they won't have grown to be dangerous yet, but could after that time frame. So getting the leftovers into the refrigerator within 2 hours is really important. So that way you can keep enjoying them for, the few days after Thanksgiving or even months later if you freeze them.
Absolutely. And you mentioned separate those meats. I feel like a lot of times the kitchen gets kind of chaotic and people might not realize that their raw turkey might be touching something else. So do you have any tips for how people can separate that stuff properly?
Of course, yeah. So turkeys are really large, and especially it's something that people aren't used to cooking. To make sure you're handling it safely and keeping it separate and away from other things and not letting those juices get everywhere. So what you can do is you can prepare your turkey first, or clean and sanitize those surfaces really well before you start preparing anything else. Or if you're a multitasker and going to be doing multiple things at once, keeping your turkey in a completely separate area from any of your ready to eat foods or foods that aren't going to be cooked later on is going to be key in preventing that cross contamination and the risk of those bacteria spreading other places. So we really recommend using like 2 different cutting boards if you have them, or like I said, just keeping them in completely separate areas as much as possible. And if you do have those juices touch anywhere, cleaning and sanitizing as best as you can afterwards will help make those areas and surfaces safe.
Absolutely, Meredith. These are all wonderful tips. And really quick, I know there is a hotline. We have about 20 seconds left. How can people contact for extra help?
Yep, so you can give us a call from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time or 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Thanksgiving Day at 1-888-674-6854.
Meredith, thank you so much for joining us virtually. These were great tips to share with our viewers. Thank you.
Thanks. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
You as well. And if you at home want to learn more or rewatch these tips that Meredith just shared, it's going to be on our website, klaf.com. Stay with us.